Well, with that said, back to talking about Duelyst again. We've done our favourite neutral units. We've done our... Who else have we done? We've done Lionheart, Songhai. Oh, only those two. Shit.
Yeah,
so now we're up to Vetruvian. Another race. So, by my third most played race, I think, from memory, back in the day. Although, my main deck, I like to play Sarge, so I was less the dervish obelisk person, and I was more the artifacts on your general and beat the shit out of them. So, yeah, you had... I never played as this guy, so we're going to ignore him. So I played as Sarge, where my general was able to deal double damage to minions. And there was also Xerix, who could summon 2/2 dervishes. But yeah. So yeah, Brownie says he didn't play this race very often, which is quite surprising to me.
Oh, just every now and then, but nothing... Not massively.
Alright. It's funny, because I think most of our favourite units are actually... Most of our favourite cards have actually been units. But this is probably one of the few races where it actually is not the case. But we'll start with one of my favourite units, which is actually good now, because with the re-release of the game, this unit is all of a sudden really, really fucking good now. Aymara Healer. You'd love this.
Please, that was always fucking good.
Like as the game went on, I think it became too slow to use.
Nah, never.
What the fuck is... You know, whatever, that could be there. We'll fix his shit up later. It's here for a reason. So yeah, this thing was a nice play. Let's go back. So a pretty simple unit, really, in that it was just like the king of defensive units. Like for 5 mana, it's a 5/5. So if you attack it, you're going to take a lot of damage. It can absorb a decent amount of damage for its cost. But yeah, it's a 10 health swing. You gain 5 health and they lose 5 health. So this thing was fucking nuts. Like if ever there was a reason to, this is like a general dispel target. So if you spent the entire game just dispelling obelisks, this thing's just going to come along and fucking shit on you. This thing was legit. So either you had a transform or a dispel, or this thing was getting some good value. There's not much else to say about it. It's pretty much everything written on the can, isn't it? It's like provoke, dying wish, fuck over enemy general.
Yeah, I don't know what you're complaining about. You can play this anytime. As soon as you hit 6 mana, or if you're winning or if you're losing, this thing just provides value. If you're winning, it just locks down the enemy general with provoke, and also they get shit scared because they have to try and deal with it, but also not cop the 5 health damage. Or even when if you're losing, it gives you the heal back. I mean, this thing just gives everything and more. And look,
it sucks against Vanna.
You just want to hope that there's not a lot of dispel in the opponent's deck, or they haven't drawn it. Probably more powerful in the 1 draw, where there probably wasn't a lot of chances to draw the spell. In the 2 draw, you get a bit more chances to try and draw something out to deal with it proper. But if it's not the spell, then you have to deal with it one way or another and cop it. So
I'm trying. The only things. Yeah, so yeah, besides Dispel, this card is pretty weak against Vanna. Maybe Magma, but at least Magma would have to fucking use an Egg-Morph on it, to be fair. That's it. That's what you'd want. But yeah, it's pretty simple. Like, you put it down, it doesn't really... There's no synergies, there's no combo. It's pretty much just shit on people. But yeah, so that's my first one. And get a nice heal.
Actually, what you should have done is you should have gone balls in with a 3rd wish. You can take a hit.
I don't know if I could have.
Oh, wow! Wait! Frenzy, or do you get an attack boost? Oh, you do get an attack boost.
But yeah.
I might start with the most broken card in the Vetruvian archives, and that's Falcius. I don't think a card has had more impact on a race than this card has. This thing was a fucking awesome when you're playing Vetruvian, a pain in the ass when you're not.
Oh yeah, this card's sweet.
Now it used to cost 3.
Yeah, it got nerfed after we left, didn't it?
Got nerfed,
3 to 4. Yeah, I never played it as a 4 mana card.
This used to be a 3 mana 3/3 opening gambit. Your general gains 2 attack and takes no damage this turn. Insane. Absolutely insane. You're getting a 3/3 body on the board, and then you're getting a 4 damage general that won't take any damage on the turn. So you're effectively being able to remove something, especially early game, remove something off the deck, or even late game. You know, if something's a big threat, you get to do 4 damage for free against it, then remove it with something small. It was just, so good. So good. Even at 4 mana, it was still a well played card.
Well, that's what I'm saying here. They're just saying, yeah, it wasn't played as much, but it was still played.
Oh, it was still played.
The thing yeah,
value of it was just too good.
Well, the idea behind it was meant to be really good for like your general decks where you can go in and deal and play really aggressive. But it was that good that even like your obelisk decks and your Xerix decks were using it. It was a bit too strong. Like I said,
yeah, you know a card's good when all archetypes are including this card in there as a base.
I loved using this because since I play Sarge predominantly, like for 4 mana, it was 3 mana, but for 4 mana, your general was doing 6 damage and not taking any damage back, which is fucking incredible. It takes no damage this turn. So yeah, as we said, that Aymara Healer, you don't take the 10 damage from whacking it. This thing is insane.
Really,
the only reason it's not on my favourites list is because I got other favourite cards, and this was more of an there are some cards that I really like, but they're just enablers of strategies that I like, rather than being cool cards in themselves. But this card was sweet. I think I'd play this in every deck. If I would have been close to it.
It was pretty much in every Vetruvian deck I had. Like he just picks himself.
Yeah, he was cool. So yeah, he was. Once he's
especially, it's just the kind of card that when you need to remove pressure off the board, you can. Like, you know, you're taking your general from 2 damage to 4 for a turn, but can't get actually hit back. So you're dealing with anything like 4 health or with whatever damage they can. And there's a lot of like, you know, early stuff that can be like high damage, low health, like a Falcius. Not that you see many of them, but that, you know, what was it, a 7/1 or 6/2, whatever the hell.
6/1, yeah, they're buffed it now.
But you're like, you didn't want to attack it with your general, like, but you can with Falcius. You just play the Falcius, remove the Falcius, no problems. What did he do? He did nothing. It was just, yeah, it just was able to bring tempo back to you, or even just control the board a bit more. You usually were killing something when you played it. That's what, and not copying it.
Yeah. Because I remember before this set came out, Sarge was always considered incredibly weak general, because it was like, why would you? Because you'd take so much damage by using your hero power, and they're like, why don't you just summon a dervish? But once this guy came along, all of a sudden it was a lot better. You could attack with your hero without taking any damage. You could destroy your hero power, allowing you to deal what? So this is +2, doing 8 damage in one fucking turn without taking any damage is fucking insane. So yeah, this card made Sarge actually a playable general. Like, I'm sure that was always going to be the case. The more artifacts that got released and stuff like that, the better Sarge was going to get. But he was the first card that literally made her playable as a general. This card's actually gotten changed though. Actually, how the fuck is this in my 1, 2, 3? Actually, I'm surprised that I put this in my top 10 actually. But you know, whatever. For some reason, I put in Wind Shrike.
What?
I don't know. I just gotta. It's probably on the low end for me. But yeah, Wind Shrike. Windshark's pretty cool. Like, he's good in Gauntlet because he draws a card.
It was good in normal, just to draw a card.
Like, I don't know if I used
especially when it became one draw, stuff like this all of a sudden saw a lot more play. Not that I'd pick it as my favourite, but
yeah. Oh no, it would be like if there was a top 10, it would be 10. Like, there's a few others, but yeah. Maybe it's just one of those early game units. It looks like, I like it. It's really cool. Like, you look at its attacks and its animations, it's pretty sweet. I like him a lot. This card's actually gotten changed in the latest patch. And it's actually technically 2 changes. So rather than drawing a card, it grabs a Starfire Scarab. And Starfire Scarab, when it's broken, now goes back into your deck. So this card could be pretty interesting now, I reckon.
It just says equip a Starfire Scarab to your general.
Yeah, but go to Starfire Scarab. Go to that then.
Oh yeah, when it's destroyed, shuffle a copy into your deck, so you just gain a Starfire Scarab.
That's pretty cool. Now,
without having to actually get a Starfire Scarab.
I think it's pretty decent. Like, it's pretty good now. It's just constantly that means you'd like never fucking deck your thing. You could go super late game and try to not that that ever happened, but that's pretty nice. That means you could probably just put better artifacts into your deck and then put this guy in your deck. So this guy takes the place of your Starfire Scarab.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. I like him a lot. And flying's always pretty sweet. But yeah, not much more. I didn't use him very often, but I did like him though. There's like a soft spot. Like something I wish was better. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's really... It was used at the start, but then eventually it kind of fell off a bit. But it was always going to be amazing in Gauntlet though. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alright, your turn.
What have I got next? This is probably... it's probably the second best battle pet. Pax.
He was on my list as well. I'll knock him off.
Yeah, just...
Pax is
really
awesome.
Good.
I love Pax.
Yeah, this is just really good. Wait. Oh, okay. That's what. Oh,
How good is his attack animation? God, that's fucking amazing.
All right, so this was essentially early game core, pretty much.
Yeah.
In all my Vetruvian decks, the amount of value you get out of this is insane. I mean, and let's be honest. If you're making the enemy use a dispel on a 2-mana battle pet, then you've won. But yeah, you spawn it. Yep, suicides, does 2 damage to something, and then just spawns 2 Iron Dervishes, which are different to the normal Dervishes. The Iron Dervishes are the ones that actually stick around, which was added when the hero powers came in for the whichever hero it is that does it. I can't remember his name. What was his name?
Hero power?
Yeah, who had the hero power? Xerix, yeah. So not only does he summon 2 dervishes, they're the ones that stick around.
Yeah.
So yeah, just one of those ones where you just start spamming fodder and then you can just move on to mid game in terms of getting bigger stuff on and just controlling. It was just really good. Like he's no Zoe, but he's pretty bloody close.
I know that. I don't know if we've already had this discussion in the other videos, but like I was a big fan of battle pets and essentially all the like TFT type and those auto battlers. Like they're very similar to what battle pets are, except they're a little less retarded. Battle pets that like this one were good because they worked to the best of what battle pets could be, which was really good units that you couldn't control. But what made Pax nasty was if you attacked, he puts a Pax down, so you got 2 choices. You either kill it, in which case it summons 2 fucking dervishes that can attack you next turn, or you just leave it for it to randomly attack one of your units, and then at least they don't get to move and attack with their 2 dervishes when they spawn. So your best scenario is you probably want something that can, again, the counter to packs really is you want it to either hit your general, because you normally take about 2 damage, or put something in front of it which you don't mind taking a hit. Like Ooze would be a good example, because Ooze would survive this and probably kill one of the dervishes on your turn as well and summon 2 creep tiles. But yeah, this card was legit pretty good. Like, it's an annoying as shit card to deal for the enemy to deal with, and if you're a Xerix deck, then yeah, you probably got plenty of synergies to like buff those dervishes when they come out. Yeah, this card was cool. Well, yeah, I know people go, oh, one of the few good battle pets, but when you look at it, like how many cards are actually good in a vacuum? Like, if 30% of like battle pets are good, would there be like 30% of cards in the game that are good as well? It's like, Pax is always going to be better than fucking Serpenty. That's my rant over. But yeah, Pax is awesome. I don't think I used him in my... Oh, I may have used him in my Sarge deck, to be honest.
Yeah, like, he's just good fodder.
Yeah.
Until you can draw out your artifacts and just start, cutting out.
Yeah.
Like, if you go Pax into Falcius, you're pretty much controlling the board for the first few turns.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Because I wasn't going to use Obelisk. And a lot of... What other early game units I want to use? It's funny, we've actually done quite a few common... Isn't this... Oh, that was a... Okay, that was a rare. But yeah, most of the cards I think we've covered so far have actually... Falcius was common, and I believe this one is common as well.
No, I'm sure we'll fill it up.
Oh, yeah. This guy here. The only thing better than a Starfire Scarab is a Starfire King. Oh, this guy is legit awesome. So, Starfire Scarab uses one of the keywords of Vetruvian. So Vetruvians have a keyword called Blast. So it's like ranged, but you can only attack in a straight line. But that straight line will hit every enemy along the way. So if they decide to... If the enemy doesn't position correctly, this guy could literally deal 4 damage to everything along a line. Like a column or a row. It's fucking crazy. And as in Gauntlet, once again, common, pretty good. Even just a high-end card. Like, if I was only to get, like... If you got 2 of these in your Gauntlet run, you'd just shit on people. This thing is nuts. And it looks cool as well. You played this card, did you?
Yeah, I tried to use him a bit. I mean, look, if you're putting him out, the opponent was going to use everything in their toolbar to try and kill it. You don't want to have this. And it's Blast is really cool in how it works on the board too. So yeah, not like range, but it's like it goes left to right or right to left depending on which way it's facing, and then up and down or down and up as well. Depending on the direction of where you have to attack from. So it was really cool in that regard, where it's only working in those confines. But it was still bloody good because it's hitting everything in that row. Yeah, it was a bit of a beast, and yeah, you're putting it down. It was gonna die. It was a question of, are you gonna be able to get a turn out of it or not? And if you did, then you're gonna have a nice time.
Oh.
Okay, so I think Aymara into maybe a Repulsor Beast with the Emerald Rejuve. No, I need Bonesworn to clear the Razorback.
Oh, if you do... Oh, that's what you do. If you Repulsor Beast... Oh, just think. If you Repulsor Beast Fenrir to the very top, then your Scarab can hit everyone.
Oh, awesome. I get that very nicely.
And then, yeah, you still got Aymara to... I was going to have him up there, but yeah, good enough. Yeah, that's probably better actually, because that way, unless he's got like a half sister.
Should I do 2 damage? 2 damage.
Nah. That was well played.
I'm going for the points, Mark.
Give him a well played
We
back.
got it! Oh, what a win! Oh, shit!
Well played.
That is a game I shouldn't have won. It was really cool.
But once again, this is a unit that you can't dispel. You dispel that, it's still a 4/6. That's still a lot of damage. Mind you, probably have to walk a bit to do that damage. But yeah. But yes, this card was good. Like, even in some of my later decks, I would still be using this. Like, I'm probably going to have to edit in Starfire Scarab at one point. Even late game decks, like into the lifestyle, I will still be able to fit one or two of these in. And I believe I used one of these one time. This is the... I didn't play with this guy. He's a legendary version. But he's the Swarm King Scarab. So he's the same thing... But whenever you blast, you summon flying 1/1s with Rush on any space that doesn't have an enemy on it.
Oh, God.
That's pretty cool. I don't know how useful that is.
For an extra 1 mana. Jesus Christ.
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, you're right. That is pretty... But it is legendary, though.
That's going to get legendary dead.
Yeah, I know. That's probably... But yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I like Starfire Scarab. He was awesome. We'll add him to my list, Starfire.
I'm going to do this because... not only just because you used it 3 times against me the other day. Rasha's Curse.
That's also on my list. Isn't it funny how, like, Liner, we did like 9 each, and then... For Songhai, it was 8 each. You can see how some of these decks have got like certain cards that are just fan favorites. Lino's probably got more variants because we didn't play them very much. Curse.
Yeah, this thing is just value for money. For one, I mean, look, if this just destroyed the artifact on the enemy general, you could call it a day. Like, that in itself is pretty good, especially with some of the artifacts that are out there. Like, I got reacquainted with Arclight Regalia against your liner, and just remembered just how fucking annoying that goddamn artifact is.
To be fair,
goodbye Arclight Regalia.
Yeah. To be fair, it had to have an effect though, because Rustcrawler does the same thing, and that's a body.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, but then the summon the Wind Dervish with Rush is also very nice. I mean,
that's
you
nuts.
Technically could get. I mean, either one of those alone is really good. Both of them together make this card brilliant. Like, you could play this just to get the Wind Dervish to kill something, even if there's no artifact. You know, who cares? But especially with the later patches, some of the artifacts became very, very dangerous weapons, which just increases the value of this card.
Yeah.
And then they brought in Artifact Hunter. What was the one that was to Grincher? Yeah. All these things to identify even more. So this thing just got better and better, like a good wine as the ages went through, and just how pretty much standard it almost became in the deck. Really good card.
Because like for 2 mana, you can get the neutral card Rustcrawler destroys a random artifact. So you're giving up. Actually, you're not giving up a body. You're giving up a permanent body to summon a 2/2 at your general. So I think there's a huge. That's pretty good. I think it's the Rush thing. The fact that like.
I think it's Rush, and you just get a suicide into something anyway.
Yeah, because there's a lot of times where you'll, like, especially against Songhai, they'll be, like, playing artifacts and putting Heartseekers or Widowmakers next to their general and you can't reach them. It's like, yeah, the Rustcrawler can kill the artifact, but you still got to worry about the ranged unit. So the fact that, like, Rasha's Curse can just come out and kill that, or you could even buff the fucking thing and go after something bigger. So, yeah. This thing is crazy, and there's a lot of buff synergies. This and Dunecaster, you can go do some work. But yeah, this card was awesome. I normally had as a 3 of, and it was always, even if they played 0 artifacts, this thing still came in handy. There's always something you want to kill on the board for 2 health.
Hmm.
Yeah, this card was legit. But yeah, he was cool. But I'll knock him off my list as well.
Seriously, oh my god. 3 Russia's curses! That is such crap!
Ah, good times. But yeah, it already... But yeah, now we're gonna go on. We've covered Blast a little bit, so I might as well cover the next Blast weapon. Wildfire Ankh.
Oh, very nice.
So pretty simple. Give you Gentle Blast. I love when you're like, let's say you're like going second, and the enemy decides to just put a minion in front of them because they're just being a smart ass, and you just I don't know why you do that against Vetruvian, and you just turn around and do this thing.
Yeah, not many carried it really.
On my Sarge deck had it.
Yeah, Sarge, you're pretty much going to be carrying. Yeah, just assume when you see Sarge, you're carrying every fucking artifact. But if you're playing Xerix, you probably wouldn't. It'd be a surprise if you threw this out.
Yeah, I have seen Xerix use it though, because it still does provide protection for me hero, because I can sit back and just blast everything. And as soon as it's equipped, if you don't have an answer to it, it fucks your positioning up something hardcore. Because all of a sudden, if you're trying to get to them, so you're trying to like put all your creature. You don't want to put your creatures in a line to reach them, but if you don't do that, then they just play Star's Fury and they get you that way. This thing was crazy good. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, like a lot of the times, yeah, that people go ham getting rid of it on you, and it sucked when too many creatures were close to you. But yeah, people made a good effort. More so than the ranged Vetruvian artifact. People made a real big effort to get rid of this thing. Yeah, there's not much else to say about that besides Blast.
It gives Blast. Synergizes well with things like Falcius and other artifacts and stuff like that. You know, there's just a lot of ways of amping this thing up. But yeah, even just a base with 2 damage. You know,
could you ever get this off Grincho on another race?
No.
That would be pretty funny.
I did get the ranged artifact on someone.
Man, if I got this on fucking Magma, I'd be so pissed. He'd be doing like 8 damage fucking blasts. It'd be like nuts.
Oh, if you play the that 10-10 thing.
Oh god, there's some memes builds you can do with that. But yeah, well, that's my selection. Once again, not much else. Some of these are very, very simple. Oh, it doesn't look like it is. Silhouette Tracer. What the fuck?
Wow, the Silhouette Tracer.
Oh my god! Fucking hell, that was nice.
Play.
Alright, let's give him the
Silhouette Tracer. Oh, that's amazing.
That was nice. I'm not gonna lie, that was good.
I'm gonna pick a weird one. Only because it was an interesting card, very rare to play, but would be a nice bit of surprise. Stone to Spears.
What the fuck? Okay. Now I see why you lost with Vetruvian all the time. Let's see.
No, it doesn't mean I think the card is overpowered or anything like that. I like the idea. And sometimes it could be funny to play.
I tried to make this work so much, and there was not. If this drew a card, I would play it. Between this and the what was it? Recycle. There was a few of these cards that
Recycle wasn't good.
They tried a few.
See, I like the card when they brought in Lava Storm Obelisk.
That one was cool. Well, that could be a pain.
You could use it to start moving the Lava Storm around.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. I didn't think of that.
And then just at the start of your turn, just burn damage or whatever. You could keep it sort of, you know, move it around, keep it at bay. Just keep them begging to try and kill it. But I just like that, like, because some players just ignored obelisk and just go straight for your hero. Then all of a sudden you could just go, oh, okay, all right, let me just turn my obelisk into give it 3 damage and can move around. And the damage is okay, but the moving around is probably the better part, because especially early game where you just want to throw obelisks in to start controlling. But if you could all of a sudden just like move it, like especially to gain more advantage so you can spawn the dervishes in better spots, that was awesome. It's very rare, very niche, but I like the concept of it, and in some cases it actually has helped. It's not going to win you a game, but it could be something that just surprises and pisses off the opponent nicely.
I will give credit to Duelyst. I'm glad that they put in cards that they know are probably shit, but would be fun to play with. Like, stuff like giving all your minions airdrop in Lionar, or having like a Lolita girl buff your Wraithling. Stuff like that. But Stone Spears, I can't... It's a meme card. I guess this is the card that you play for 30 games just to get a win with, and then you're like, yes, it worked. And you pray to God that someone doesn't surrender as soon as you use it. But someone did that, fucking kick their ass. Yeah, this is calculator levels of bad though.
Whoa. Back up. It's not calculator bad.
You have to remember, I reckon this card...
It's bad, but not calculator bad. That's a whole new kind of bad.
This card wouldn't be the worst in 2-draw, to be honest. As I said, this really needed to be a fucking recycle card. Like, I don't know how strong it would be. 1 mana, draw a card. I don't know how strong you can consider that. But yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think...
it only works on 1 obelisk. See, why couldn't they just make this 2 mana and it made it work on all obelisks?
Oh, that would be pretty broke. If you had 4 obelisks and all of a sudden they all of a sudden could do 3 damage and move, that'd be pretty fucking brutal.
If you had 4 obelisks, you're probably already winning the game.
Exactly. Yeah, true.
Oh man, that's fucking hilarious. Yeah, that's definitely not on my list of cards. God damn.
Yeah. Blood's here. But then he does something stupid like this anyway. Watch this play. This is how bad it was.
Whoa! Wait, it doesn't give it a rush though, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Oh no!
But it doesn't attack.
Yeah, it can attack, but it probably still follows...
No, he doesn't attack with Falcius or anything. He just...
Oh, he doesn't want it. He's trying to... I'm going to say this may be my favourite weapon in the entire game.
Yes.
The Spinecleaver! This thing is not... When this came out, I couldn't believe this. Like, when we talked about Duelyst that's not afraid to have cool effects, actually, as I said, my biggest issue with Legends of Runeterra is they play the game way too safe with a lot of their abilities. But yeah, so this thing only gives your hero 1 attack, which is not much, but like I said, if you're Sarge, that's still 6 damage that you can buff yourself with. But when you kill an enemy minion, you summon a Bloodfire Totem. What's weird about Bloodfire Totems is that they technically belong to your opponent, which is really fucking weird. So you kill a minion and they get a Bloodfire Totem, which means that number 1, they can't kill it.
Doesn't make it good for you. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, like, what can you do? You can't attack it. You can't kill it. You can buff it and do stuff like that, but not even that, because you wouldn't have Stone Spears, so what's the point of buffing it? So yeah, it was fucking...
We could steal it.
Yeah.
We could randomly steal it.
Yeah. But at the end of your turn, I believe, the Bloodfire Totem would damage you.
Deals 1 damage to your general.
So is it where... Here it is, Bloodfire Token. At the end of each round, deal 1 damage to your general. So this thing was crazy. So if you were to kill... Even if you were to kill 2 minions with your weapon, then that enemy general would be taking 2 damage each fucking turn, as well as the totems blocking a lot of their movement. Actually, no, that doesn't block their movement. They can still move through it, but it still means they can't place minions in that spot. But this thing was crazy. And if you got some bullshit like where if you had this with blast and you got multiple, it's crazy. So unless you had like some dispel or like a light bender, this card could straight up win the game for you because you just fucked. Mind you, Magma, as with all things Magma, probably doesn't care because they'll just Plasma Storm. But if they're Plasma Storming, then they're not removing the artifact off you. But yeah, this thing was awesome. Also, just the fact that you could equip this. If they can't get rid of it, they're not playing any minions anytime soon. Well, at least not any melee ones. But yeah, I think Brownie's been the recipient rather than the user of this weapon, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I've copped it from you a couple of times where you've had the glory draw to get it done. As you do, 'cause you're a special kind of girl sometimes. Yeah, I didn't really use it that much, but I wasn't really into the weapon Sarge, or even if I did, I hardly ever drew it because I'm not that lucky. So yeah, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, I loved it. Awesome weapon. But yeah, once again, so yeah, this deck is so already. What am I going to put? So Spinecleaver. You said Stone to Spears. Already, this deck has actually got less units. Most of this has been spells and weapons at the moment. But yeah, your turn, Brownie.
Oh, I'm going to follow up with another spell.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, I'll do the spell. Scion's Second Wish.
Ah. There's been two versions of this.
Just really good.
I guess we're doing we're doing the 2-draw version, I'm guessing?
No, we're doing the old version. So the old so what does it do? Hang on, let me just see what it does now. The Scion's Second Wish now is draw 2 cards.
Yeah, so it was originally that.
Fine. Oh, it was. Oh, there you go. Okay, but then they changed it.
Yeah. You know why?
Wait, what the fuck do they do? Hang on.
Give a friendly minion +2/+2 and it takes no damage from generals.
Oh my god, this thing used to give 2 friendly minions +2/+2 on celerity.
Well, that wouldn't have lasted very long.
Cost reduced to 2, but no longer grants +2/+2. Then it was changed to draw 2 cards of rarity, changed to basic. And then we land on what it is now. And what it is now is, I think, it's where it's very nice. Give a friendly minion +2/+2. It takes no damage from generals, and that's really nice.
Yeah, it's fucking as aggro as you get.
It's aggro-y, but it also puts the opposing general in a bind, where it's like all of a sudden they're staring at something to potentially say. So let's go. You play a Healing Mystic, and the next turn you play this card on it, and it turns into a 4/5 that the general can't deal with itself. So
yeah,
all of a sudden, a general and his artifacts and all that stuff are effectively useless. They have to burn spells or they have to burn units into it, and that's where the value really is. They can't. It won't allow the general to take a hit while doing some damage to it to get value. And this thing you could just train to the general for free.
Yeah.
So you just go bang 4 damage. You don't go to you don't lose 2 health, and you stay as the threat that you are. So yeah, it was just really nice card. I think just that additional effect just made it really good.
Well, you got the Saber Spine Tiger. What was it? 3 mana, 3/2 with rush. So for 5 mana, it's what 5. It's a 5/4.
5/4 with it's basically it's an elucidator with added damage to your general.
Yeah, and it's just like, to be fair, even in non-aggro decks, I normally put 1 or 2 in, just because it's so good early game. Because you could do damage to the general, but then they can't use. A lot of the times early game, you want to use your general to help finish off minions. Because like most of your creatures will leave them on 1 or 2 HP, so your general just comes along, gives them a tap on the shoulder to go away. With this, you can't do that. Like, let's say I played a Fenrir Warmaster as the second turn player, and you had a Healing Mystic out. You just walk up, put this on it, hit my general. And I'm like, well, what am I going to do? The Fenrir Warmaster can't kill it. You basically forced me at that stage to use a Chromatic Cold. In which case, yeah, you do that, then you can hit it afterwards. But still, I wouldn't even call it a 2-for-1 at that stage, because you've still done fucking 4 damage to the general and forced you to use a card.
Mm.
But yeah, so the reason why this was changed though is that Second Wish was okay-ish. You might use it during the two card draw era, but when it switched to one draw, all of a sudden 2 mana to get 2 cards. Vetruvian, everyone just flocked to Vetruvian. This card was fucking insane. So yeah, this card was very quickly changed within like a patch, if not quicker, to put Vetruvian on a level playing field. Because otherwise they would have been drawing being cards and everyone else would have been struggling. But yeah, this card was sweet. If you get this in, actually this card is insane in fucking Gauntlet as well. It's funny how I keep saying insane in Gauntlet. But yeah. Like,
a lot of things were insane in Gauntlet.
Yeah, well that Corsair, that was a 3/3 that couldn't take damage from generals. Like the amount of damage, the amount of value you got out of that in Gauntlet was insane as well. Just anything that prevents your general from having an impact is nuts.
To be fair, you can do Dunecaster and a Second Wish on that fucking Windurge.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming that's what you do.
Oh yeah. And here's where you hope that the cat attacks your Pax thing. So that's pretty crazy. I've got a 6/6 that can't take damage from generals in turn 2.
Oh, attacks your Pax, yeah.
I wish
you get more value.
I wish I did. But...
Holy shit! Oh, that wasn't a Oh wow.
Yeah, it was handles full. Artifacts. So, do you know what's better than both of those artifacts, Brownie?
What's that?
Getting 2 random artifacts. So, Auturch gifts. 6 mana though, it's a bit much. Equip 2 random Vetruvian artifacts. Now, you could fucking bomb on this massively, which would suck. Like, let's have a look. What are the worst case scenarios?
Starfire Keys.
2 Starfire Keys, still 6 mana for 4 damage. Yeah, that's pretty garbage. So, but yeah, so 6 mana. So you got a 4 mana Hexblade, 2 mana Iris Barrier. Yeah, actually, they had to do some cheap artifacts, but having a look at some of these, ooh, Thunderclap.
Even some of them seem pretty good, like Iris Barrier, general takes no damage during your turn, Obdurator, gain 1 attack at the start of your turn, repair all your artifacts by 1 durability.
So best case scenario is you get a Hexblade and a Spinecleaver, get 9 value worth of stats. Worst case scenario is 2 Oblivion Scales. Whenever your general destroys an enemy, especially, yeah, you don't want 2 of those. But yeah, I normally had 1 or 2 offs, just because it's just insane. Like, because sometimes you might not be able to keep your weapons on. People will constantly ping you and remove them. So you can get to the stage you can just say, well, fuck your shit, and just play 1 card and hopefully get something nice. Like, if you get a Starfire Key plus Thunderclap, that's like 4 damage, resummon minions, or even Wildfire Ankh. Like, I thought I had most fun, not the most fun, but I had a lot of fun playing that card. Like, even if it fucks up massively, you still have a good laugh about it. But yeah, oh man, Auturch gifts. But yeah, definitely one of the cooler cards they put in. There's not much else to say, but other than, it's some Hearthstone level bullshit at times, but it was still worth, actually that would be fucking bad. Iris Barrier plus Adjudicator. No damage to your turn. Oh, at least you get +1 attack there. But yeah, but even something like Starfire Scarab plus Spinecleaver, fucking 5 damage summon Bloodfire totems. That is so good. But yeah.
Yeah, I think the best part about this is it all of a sudden made your general a massive threat regardless. And then if you had Aurora's Tears in there ready to go, played on 7 mana, all of a sudden your general gains an additional +4 damage on that bird as well.
Yeah, where is Aurora's Tears?
That all of a sudden that just made your general have a massive presence.
+2 attack for every artifact quick. Yeah. So like you said, like even if you've got shit weapons, it's still comboed with Aurora's Tears pretty well. Because it's much easier than having the 2 artifacts in your hand to begin with, where you can just say, well, fuck it, 6 mana, just put 2 rent, and you can just as a 1 or 2 of in a deck. Auturch's Gifts was pretty good.
Yeah, but it was all right, especially in the RNG stuff. Just when you're using Grinches and stuff like that, just to get random artifacts and stuff. It was pretty good.
But yeah, no, I loved it. It was great.
That was a bad place for that. I forgot about that. Fuck! I forgot about that. Fuck! That is fucking disgusting.
Yep.
Well, this one is this one I liked, especially if you got it in Gauntlet. It was Allomancer.
This guy was cool.
This is just a nice card.
Hearthstone again.
Yeah.
They really
4 mana 4/3, Dying Wish, summon a random obelisk on this space. And given how many obelisks they end up adding into the game by the time we were finished, it could have been a lot of weird things. It could have been some bad things. Like we just discussed one.
Bad things? I think this card just got stronger the longer the game went out for.
No, but I'm pretty sure you could get the blood totem.
No, you didn't get that.
You couldn't?
Oh no, I'm wrong. You could summon the Wildfire totem. As you would imagine, this bug made the card unplayable until it was fixed 2 weeks later.
There we go. Okay,
it was a bug.
But no, it's just a really good value card. Like you just they'd have to dispel it before they kill it. So it's a target just to get rid of a dispel from the opponent's hand, or if they're killing it, you're just getting an obelisk, which could be anything, and then they have to sink resources into killing that. Otherwise, you're getting a dervish on your turn. So, it's gonna stick around, spawn an obelisk, and give you some value that way. I liked it.
Yeah, the longer this game went out, the stronger this card. I used to play this card in my Xerix deck because, as you said, it's insane. This is basically pretty much a spell target straight. Even in that deck, you don't have enough dispels to go around to get rid. I didn't dispel this guy because you just had too many dispels up there. You just had to take your chances that they got something shit. But then they would get stuff like the worst one was the soul. Let's have a look. The soul totem, because remember that one that Nimbus summoned, where if any minion damaged it, they instantly died. And I don't think you get the legendary one. No, that's a structure, so you don't get that. That's not true. So I'm not sure what it could actually summon. It may even be able to summon this one. I could even just replay these Fireblaze obelisks and force him to do the same thing again. Oh.
Whoa! All minions attack themselves.
Oh Jesus!
Wait.
Oh fuck yeah! Thanks for that.
Oh my god! Build 2, summon dervish. When there's whoa! Wait, so it summons a dervish and there's a build. What happens when it's built?
It's already built.
This is build 2.
But yeah, that one was nuts. Firestorm Obelisk to buff all your dervishes was crazy. The one that would later do like a blast on that row was pretty fucking nuts as well. But yeah, no, this card just got better as the game went on, and it was pretty sweet. Does he have any... Oh, fuck, his attack animation is legit. You can tell they put a lot more effort into their sprites as the game went on, didn't they?
Oh.
But yeah, oh goodness. Alright. I'm surprised you haven't said this one, but we've done all these crazy cards and we're forgetting the staples of the world. The Fireblaze obelisk. So...
I was tempted to say it, but I've had more... Oh, hang on. Oh, it's not the one I was thinking of.
Is it? This is what
I was tempted to say the Lava Storm obelisk.
Yeah, the Lava Storm.
But I've had more luck with it when it's on the opposing team.
Yeah, exactly. Now, this thing was all, for one more mana, it buffs all your dervishes by +1 attack. So obelisks, you put them down, they just do nothing. But at the start of your turn, they'll summon a dervish that can just move around and whack stuff. So rather than summoning a 2/2 dervish, it summons a 3/2 dervish. And these stack, so if you've got a couple of these out, and all of a sudden your dervishes are doing like lots of damage. And also it buffs your Rasha's Curse, that's now 3/2. Your Star's Fury, all of those dervishes are now 3/2s. And this just card gets stronger and stronger the more of them you have. But yeah, just a simple card, but yeah, it is nuts.
And you know, without Stone to Spears, Mark, we wouldn't have that awesome attack animation that it has.
Oh, fuck it, wait. It does have an attack animation. I love how they decided, I love how they must have come up with attack animations, even though they knew. It's like how Heavenly Aegis has a death quote, despite the fact it literally cannot die in Shadowverse. It's like,
yeah.
just in case we come up with a way to killing the immortal Heavenly Aegis. But yeah.
Yeah, this is a really good card. You're prioritizing this over Windstorms. Just because of the +1 attack, just means you're suiciding 3/2s instead of 2/2s. Yeah, really good.
Yeah, Windstorm, with Windstorm, that used to... Well, I will give them credit. They actually took community advice on that. So the old Windstorm was +1 health. So chances are the minions that are going to disappear at the end of turn, you kind of want them to die as soon as they attack. So when they survive, they just ruin all your ability to move. So now the new Windstorm will actually make them move more spaces, which is a lot better. I'm going to make, yeah, so that'd be pretty cool. Get like 2 of those out and have like your dervishes moving like 5 spaces, and then you got 2 of these and they got +2 attack. Now the synergies with obelisks are really cool. As I said, I can't wait for the expansions to see what more they add to that. But yeah, I love it. Alright, Bernie's turn.
How many more?
6. Okay, so we did 8 for we did 9 for Liner, 8 for Songhai.
Well, we'll probably make up the numbers for Liner, so that's all right.
I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll do 1 more after. Oh no, we'll see what you say.
Yeah, let's do 7. All right. Well, let's do Nimbus.
Okay, good. I was hoping you brought him up because I was gonna put him in as well. He was the one I was thinking of.
Oh, that's alright. Well, you can just come up with another one.
Oh, I do have 1 more. I already had 2 more selections. Nimbus was one of them. The legend. The Rick and Morty foe of all time. Nimbus.
3/8. I mean, the 3/8, 5 mana 3/8 is pretty good as it is, but every time it takes damage.
God damn.
It's summoning a Soulburn Obelisk, which summons a Dervish, which is fine. But if you want to try and kill the Soulburn Obelisk, your minion is going to take... It's going to get destroyed. So you're basically suiciding anything onto it. Interesting effects this thing used to have. Blistering Scorn used to die on him.
Yeah, Impact, yeah. Pado does the same thing. I guess any...
I mean, the Soulburn Obelisk is where it's at. But like you saw in Nimbus, you were killing it. You had to kill it regardless, instantly, as quick as possible, because the Soulburn Obelisk was just hard to remove. And
yeah,
continually pumping out Dervish, pain in the ass. Really good card.
Yeah, we kind of covered the Soulburn Obelisk with Allomancer, the bullshit that was. But this is where they mainly came from. This thing was nuts. So as I said, how a lot of good Vetruvian cards are dispel targets, like your Paxes and your Allomancers. You couldn't, because you had cards like Nimbus who would straight up fucking end the game if they were allowed to summon a couple of these fuckers. Like, yeah, it was nuts. Like, once again, Magma can always clean up, but it's not as easy for everyone. Like, if you're Abyssian, if you got low health attack units, you don't want to be wasting 4 Wraithlings to kill 1 Obelisk. And stuff if you're buffing shit as well. Nah, that's crazy. Nah, this card was good. Alright. Well, actually, no, I did have one more that oh, no, I had 2 more, actually. Ah, fuck it. Oh, I don't want to... What was your last... Oh, we'll do your last one, then if it's not covered, I can do that one instead.
Alright, last card was a spell. I was going to do Blood of Air.
Oh, okay, so yeah, my other one... I was going to... Yeah, Blood of Air, okay. Yeah, I remember this fucker. This card was legit. So,
yeah, this is really good. Is this even in the new one?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, there we go. So this was something that Vetruvian needed. They needed that instant one-hit kill spell that your general didn't need to be next to kill. So so this is basically you're transforming an enemy minion into a friendly wind dervish. So you're basically removing the minion, but then you're gaining the 2/2 dervish at the end of it. So it's probably better than like Dark Transformation in Abyssian, which is basically killing and then spawning a Wraithling, because you're gaining the 2/2 dervish with rush to basically just suicide and do something else as well. Really, technically, you could end up killing 2 things with this one card.
Yeah.
So that's how really good. And it was just really it was something that Vetruvian needed at the time, because they had a lot of trouble with long range removal without putting it general in harm's way. So this sort of just helped sort of just bring that control back, which was good.
So the way I remember this card was Vetruvian used to, in the current alpha, this is the case, Siphon Energy used to be a 0 mana dispel that was board wide. So Vetruvian wasn't too bad against the ranged units, because you just dispelled them and be like, whatever. And then the counterplay was like, oh, we don't like the idea that you can just instantly remove a unit for 0 mana. So I think they changed it. I don't know if they gave it a mana cost, they may have, but they made it you could only dispel like next to your general, which sucked. So all of a sudden you got no range removal, because all of it required your general to be at melee range to do it. And so it just sucked that they nerfed the range removal, and then they released Blood of Air in an expansion. Like, you cunts. But yeah, this card was nuts. So you mentioned Dark Transformation. Now the big thing is that Dark Transformation killed and then summoned the Wraithling, which meant all the Dying Wishes would go off, such as your Aymara Healer.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
This transforms them. It prevents Dying Wishes. So if you were to cast Dark Transformation on a Vorpal Reaver, bam, it's going to summon 6 Wraithlings. While Blood of Air won't do that. And yeah, like I said, Blood of Air is either like 5 mana, deal 2 damage, kill a minion, or do 2 damage to the general. That's pretty nuts. It's almost the equivalent of Dance of Death from Shadowverse, but a lot better. But yeah, this card was nuts.
Well, that's me done. What's your last one?
Oh, I was gonna say no. I was gonna do one of the. Oh, you coming on doing bullshit?
No, I'm not. I told you I'm not doing that bullshit.
Oh no, we'll just go for
I haven't included that card in this.
No, we're just doing regular old school bullshit.
Holy fuck! Not okay. Oh, that's so.
Okay, I got 3 battle tiles in 1 turn. I'm pretty happy with that. This card was, like I said, I like the positioning aspect of this game. And Star's Fury was like Unleash the Hounds level of fucking good. Yeah, so basically, you know how we're talking about all the synergies with dervishes and buffing their attack and all that shit? Well, Star's Fury benefits from all that. It just summons a wind dervish in front of every enemy in the game. So you can play around this. You can like put your own units in front of them to summon less of these. You could put them, if you get to the other side of the board, you can have them facing their backs to you so that it doesn't summon. But yeah, so generally you can get your blast units up and that'll... What the fuck is this animation effect? That's not right. So you want to have blast units that makes people spread out, and then you play Star's Fury, and then bam, you got like a billion of dervishes just clearing out the entire board. Now this card was legit awesome, and like I don't think it never got nerfed, but just cards that synergized too well with it did. The original Star's Fury, I didn't realize, was like give like 3 minions, like 3/3 or something like that, 3 damage or something. So Star's Fury was like insane, but once they nerfed a few of those outliers like that, it was pretty damn good. But yeah, you would have played this card, wouldn't you?
Played it, copped it. Yeah, it's good.
Well, I need to go to the toilet right back, Branny. I'll be right back.
Nice.
Now we finished Vetruvian. Do we want to play a couple of games before the server shut down?
Sure.
Hell yeah. No! Oh, that sucks.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I walked into the bar. There was no counter.
Oh, you're fucking hilarious. Fuck me. Kidding me?
Do you not have your own mind control?
No, I'm not playing that. I haven't got any of that shit. I can't win. Fucking 2 mind controls is just insane.